So, it's been a little while since I've done a writing video, and I figured it's about time. Which is right on time because I need to read through something that I wrote last year. It's a novella, and I think I just called it a cowboy novella because that's what it is. But I'm actually going to read through it today, and we'll see how terrible it is, because I remember writing this and changing ideas halfway through. So we're going to do some reactions, and then we're going to kind of do a little discussion at the end about what I think and what I'm going to have to do now. So it'll be kind of all over the place, kind of weird, but that's okay, and we'll figure it out. Because when I first started writing this one, it was definitely a novella, and now it might have changed to just a short novel instead, so it's going to be somewhere between a novella and a novel, but a little bit longer. And I'm still wrestling with whether or not I still like the idea of it entirely. So we'll see how this goes. We're gonna hop in though, and we'll see. Pretty sure I can't quote a movie like that. You're pretty sure I can't do that. No. Okay. Is there a mountain lion or is there not a mountain lion? I can't seem to decide. I think the worst thing about some of these early drafts is that I just have areas where I write, finish describing this and do better. And now I've gotten to the point where I need to finish describing this and do better. So that's the first one I found. There's probably 6 throughout this entire draft, so that's fun. With the distant mountains off in the distance. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Alright, so I finished reading through chapter 1, and I've got a whole page of notes already, because that's how this works. That's generally how this works. I put a lot of notes in for like the lines and everything like that, but as I was doing that, I realized I'm going to be rewriting this anyways, because this is my 0th draft, and I'm going to be writing my first draft. But, like, I've deleted full characters. And now what I really need to decide is if there's going to be, I want to say a prelude, and that's not right. If there's going to be, like, a scene before this main book. So this main book takes place over the course of, like, 10 days on a ranch. Originally, it was a week, because that was simple, but I think I'm going to do it over the course of I think maybe I'll stick with a week. It's either going to be a week or 10 days. Trying to decide if I'm going to do a scene before that happens, like months before, where they actually meet. But I don't think so. So, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to be switching up a lot of things. And and I need to fix character development, I need to fix the relationships, and I need to fix the wording, and I just, like, some things, like, start off with certain things happening, like, my original, there was a mountain lion at the beginning of the book, but then I just, like, I mentioned it in the first chapter, and then it never pops up again. So, yeah. This is a 42,926 word draft. And so I have a feeling it's going to end up being closer to like 50,000, maybe 60. So it is probably going to end up being a full novel, which is fine. That's not a problem. But that is a thing that I think is going to have to happen for this one, at least for now. I can write a novella out of this, but I think I want to like spend more time with the characters. I've read a couple of novellas recently. One of them was good, but the other one did not have nearly enough time for the development, and so I didn't enjoy it at all. So that's where I'm going off of right now. We'll see. But yes. I think one of the hardest things now, because it's been several months since I looked at this, is that I don't remember what happens entirely in the plot, which is why I'm rereading it. But I keep wanting to do line edits, and this is not a line edit draft. This is a rewrite draft. So I'm like taking notes because I never wrote out the entire plot of this book. So I need to go through and write out the outline. I need to outline the novel again today. So that's kind of apparently what I'm doing now. So this it is going to be all over the place, but that's about where we're at. Yeah. I'm slowly sinking in my chair, but I've also decided instead of 7 days in an epilogue, we're going to do 8 days in an epilogue, so one day is going to be mostly traveling for them. And I think that'll make the last day a bit more dramatic, but... So because of that, though, I have to decide what happens each day, because, like, something interesting needs to happen, since I'm writing these. These are in chapters based on the day. And then you have a point of view from each character during that day. So, yes. But I'm like, I like where it's going. I like the ideas. I just need to put it into something that makes sense. Yes, which basically, I just need to rewrite it is really what needs to happen. I'm kind of putting it off right now, I'm not going to lie. But we'll see how it goes. I'm realizing that in between all these clips, it doesn't look like any time has passed, but over the course of these clips, it's been almost 3 hours. I also just got nearly all of my characters, like, I got them faces, so now I know what they look like, which is great, because, again, I'm not consistent throughout the book as to what they look like, so thank you, Pinterest, for providing me with pictures of cowboys. That was fun. But I now have pictures of my characters, so that's fun. That's good. Now I can like be like, all right, you have this color hair, you have this color eyes, that hurt. All that kind of stuff, so yeah. Oh, I wasn't recording any of that, was I? That's really annoying. I've done that like twice, 2 or 3 times now, where like I haven't been recording when I've been talking to the camera, and that's really annoying. But I redid the outline, so my outline is set, and it is at 8 days rather than the 7 days, and honestly, I like that. It feels a lot less rushed, This is not like a normal romance that I would go for, honestly, even for reading myself, just because it does take place over the course of 8 days. Like, they meet each other and they start dating, but it's not "I love you" by the end of that. It's not. So, I will say I am now going back and rereading it, and I forgot how much I loved writing this book. Like, I really, really enjoyed writing this book. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the animals in it. I enjoyed the plot 'cause it was just fun. It was lighthearted. There's no real solid conflict. And I wrote it that way because I wanted to read a book like that, where there wasn't a huge conflict, a huge dramatic conflict. There wasn't a lot of drama 3/4 of the way through. So that's kind of where we're at right now, and I love it. I'm enjoying this so much, and it just makes me smile to read a lot of these scenes, and that's the point of it. That was my point in writing it, was not to write it super dramatic and all that, but just to write fun scenes of two idiots falling in love. They're not idiots. They're very smart people, but two people falling in love when they're in their late 20s and he's in his, I think he's 31 and she's 27. So they're not younger. They're like older aged and older. But they're in their late 20s, early 30s. So like they have careers, they have things they're doing, and they know what they want and they know what they don't want, and they've had heartbreak, they've had bad times, they've had good times, and so it's like they don't need to go find themselves. They found themselves. They're doing good. They're happy where they're at. So I like where this is going, and I'm just going back and remembering it. I remember how much I love this story. So yeah. Alright, so this is probably where I'm going to end this video. It's probably not very long, honestly. But I did manage to get done what I planned to get done today. So I went into my Cowboy Story Project Melody and I redid the outline. I did some line edits on accident and then realized I just need to reread it. I need to fix what I need to do. And I decided what I needed to do. I have about a page worth of notes of big things, big plot things, character things that need to change. Not all of them, but some of the big ones. I've redone the outline for the book, and I've reread my draft 0 of the book. So I think I'm about ready. I'm about ready to start draft 1. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm not really feeling it. But I have made myself like a list of things, and I have goals. So my goal is actually to finish this by the end of March is my hope. So we'll see how that goes. That is my plan, is to finish this one by the end of March. So, or this rewrite, maybe even the middle of March. What did I say in my Notion thing? No. Middle of March, because then I'm gonna outline something else at the end of March, and then I'll go back to Katy's book in April. So that's the plan as of right now. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really excited to finally be jumping back into this book. It has been months, and looking back, I needed those months because now I'm excited again about this story, and this is keeping me interested in it. I know I can't do this all the time for stories. Like, I can't just drop it and not come back for 6 months. But I think that's the best way for me to stay interested, especially in these early drafting stages. So that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your process for drafting books down below. And until next time, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out in the long run. And subscribe. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep reading, and keep moving forward. Bye.